to Midlife Confidential. This is the podcast where we prove you're not the only one doing weird shit.
That's right. If you've ever found yourself Googling, is my family ecosystem crumbling or is this just Tuesdays? You've stumbled into the right place, listeners.
So, this is our first episode, and we're going to use this as an opportunity to tell you who we are, why we decided the world needs yet another podcast, and just a little taste of all the exciting stuff that's coming. So, we'll start with some intros. Hi, I'm Jenny. I am a proud mother of two. I am a professional learning and AI geek, and someone who will very soon be asking my young children to reach something off the top shelf for me.
I'm Julie, the taller one, also a proud mom of two, an improv novice, a coach, and someone who's not afraid to admit mostly when I mess up. And if my husband's listening, these words, Jenny, will completely and 100% come back to bite me in the ass real soon. Hi, honey. Love you. Thanks for listening.
Ah. It's funny. So Julie and I only became close friends like 2 years ago, but our friendship got deep real fast. And that's because we could very quickly pivot from small talk about our love of fashion or organizing all the crap around our houses to really deep stuff about our lives, our relationships, and just getting really curious with each other about why we do all the weird things that we do.
Yeah, Jenny, I was thinking earlier how I vividly remember us, you and I being at, I think it was a 40th birthday party a couple of years ago. And we were standing around. I was eyeing the clock because I get tired and getting that, like, that itch you get when you're just dying to like wash your face and get into bed
Oh,
at an
yes.
obscenely early hour. Yeah, that was settling in. You know the one. Anyway, we suddenly found ourselves dissecting, like we just went into this deep conversation about that like sharp divide between being the young, cool gal at the office, um, to just no longer being the young, cool gal at work. Um, and now I'm really bringing myself back to a phase when your biggest decision on a Saturday was what restaurant do we go to tonight after rotting on the couch all day binging. But I digress. I digress. Do you remember that conversation, Jenny?
Yes, life was really hard back then. Yeah. I think it was actually from that point on that we just bonded over this thirst for talking about anything other than our kids' after school activities or how many fucking fields we've been to this weekend. And we both just got a lot of energy in talking about like real stuff that's going on. And I really think that others, if they're given a safe space to do so, they might benefit too, because let's face it, our midlife is full of questions. Whether it's about things like money, about our sex lives, about just the crazy stuff that we're doing right now to avoid looking older or attempting to. But rarely do people talk about it really openly, unless you're me or Julie.
Definitely, unless you're like us. I mean, I do think we're sort of an anomaly, right? Like it's more common to not be like us, but that's why we're here. Um, it's like the stuff you want to peek behind the curtains for, but A, you're either you don't want to ask it, right? Or B, you don't want to share it. And I think part of that sharing piece is you know, no one wants to feel like the only one, right? Like that's the
Yeah.
worst feeling. And yeah, and I have so many questions that I always want to ask. Like, how much are people really spending on Amazon per month? And does your partner know what you spend? Or breakdown. Here's the thing, a breakdown of what's actually for the family and then like what's for you.
Oh,
Um,
no, no, letting them in on our secrets.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm famous, and I am like guilty as charged. I can't tell you how many times I say to my husband, like, "Oh, that's $5." Like everything's $5 that comes my
Yep.
way.
Yep.
But anyway, because neither of us does anything less than full throttle, an idea was born. Let's just freaking ask people, um, and let's make their ideas, their responses anonymous, right? And then we'll talk about it. So, listeners, we're asking those awkward questions. You all want to know. Don't kid yourselves. You guys are telling us the truth, and then we will bring the cold, hard, and often hilarious data right here to Midlife Confidential.
Yes. Yes. I guess think of this kind of like your safe confession booth, but instead of a spiritual leader, you have two fun people who love spreadsheets.
Very fun people.
Okay, so here's the deal. We're two middle-aged moms. We are not licensed therapists. We are not financial advisors by any means.
No.
We are just here to share with you the collective truth that we're getting from your anonymous responses. And I think that's important to note. We don't know who you are. We don't care. So let me repeat that. We do not know who you are when you respond. So be honest. That's the whole point of this. And there's no judgment here. We are really going to be leaning on the statistics. So if the data says that 70% of you are having less sex than you expected, we're going to talk about it.
Yes. And listen, if the data tells us that 50% of you are eyeing your partner's best friend, you bet your ass we're going to talk about that too. Right, Jenny? Can we? We can.
I think we have to. We
Yeah, we
owe
will.
it to the
We will.
audience to bring that data. Yes. Okay. New listeners, are you ready to get honest? Head over to our show notes, or you can go to our new website, midlifeconfidential.com, and there you will find our current anonymous poll. This one is all about sex. How much sex are we really having in our middle age? This poll will be up for a little while longer. We've already gotten a lot of responses, but keep them coming. And the sooner you participate and give us the data, the better. The sooner we can share it. Also, while you're in there, tell us what else you want to know about because we know there's lots of things on your mind, and we have this growing list of topics that we will ask about and share with you.
Oh, so many topics. So many topics. The list keeps growing. Um, Also, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Real Midlife Confidential, and follow us on Instagram, where we promise to barely post anything because we're tired. And well, let's be frank, Jenny, we have like no idea what we're doing here. You
No,
won't
we
see
don't.
much
We
there.
don't. We're learning every day. We're
Beginner's
learning.
mindset, beginner's mindset. That's right. But this way you won't miss out on hearing the results of the fun and sometimes dark surveys we have in store for all of you.
Oh, it's going to be juicy. Okay, well, we will see you next time for your reality check. And until then, keep your secrets safe unless you're telling us.